Hello everybody, Dibz here, and welcome to the second set of my placement matches. If you guys haven't checked out my first two matches, I'll put it in the description below as well. But yeah, we're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to let the game play on its own for these matches, and then we're going to come back and analyze how we could have done better, what we did well, and how we could have worked together as a team to improve the result. So yeah, without further ado, here are matches 3 and 4. Oh, and I don't know why I was put down. Like these little tiny, these small things that don't seem like a lot, they actually do a lot for the rest of the game. Oh, what's up, Messin? How's it going? All of the frames. All of the frames. Yeah, having everybody in team chat is super beneficial. I mean, I tried to get them in, but they didn't want to. But that doesn't happen only in a certain levels. That happens in all levels, guys.
Hog's in the tunnel.
Yeah, bottom tunnel or upper?
Bottom tunnel. He's pulled out.
McCree top left.
On the creek top tunnel. NG top on
What the hell? Where'd he go? Just back out?
Maze and station. D.Va on you guys. D.Va on you guys.
Got ulti. I need to pop it here.
Any help? Any help?
Yeah, I got hooked. Got hooked. Open it. Hands are wet. Kaboom! I'm gonna switch it up. Oof. Damn, D.Va does a lot of damage, man. It fates when you haven't played with Dibz in so long that no one remembers who you are. Well, that's what happens, man. That's what happens. I'm gonna go from the other side. Oh look, you're trying to run away?
D.Va behind.
Yeah, I tried to ult him.
Nice.
The hit for A, Mei is never ending. Yeah, Mei is actually very strong in this meta right now. I was wondering if I should use my ult on him or not. I wanted to, but I felt like I could take him out without it. Down. Nice, nice. Nice. Somebody's here. Then Yatta's down.
Nice.
All up top. That's annoying as hell.
And it's one shot.
He's down. 2, 3. Wow, that was a huge range. Huge range. I thought I was going to be able to skip it. Dun, 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 dun. Heal load. The heal load. Welcome to the heal load. Damn. When skies are gray, please don't take my Kayan away. Kayan will always be here. Kayan will always be here. I think he might have been my second mod or third. It was either him or Milk that was my second or third.
All down, all down.
I'm ball dog. Just back up.
Oh. No, back. We together go.
We together go. There will be that one day you will be replaced again. What do you mean replaced again? I don't think Ascot was ever replaced.
Oh, you shot it.
No, I don't think you were first, Kayan. I think Rar was first. That's what I'm trying to say. Rar was first, and then you or Milk was second. I'm damn sure Rar was first.
Ever get that feeling of deja vu?
Oh, rip. Alright, I'm gonna switch off.
Back.
I'm gonna switch off. Soldier.
Back. One more.
Doesn't even remember. I thought so.
Ana 리퍼.
Sorry, ult and ult trigger.
Oh shit. Gosh.
아 나이스.
I was the one that told you that you needed a mod soon because you were growing, and then you modded me out of nowhere. But what about Rar? I'm pretty sure I modded Rar beforehand. It's high. What?
Nice. Push it.
Maybe I should just play soldier. I'm gonna go higher ground.
Watch out, Zarya.
Oof.
Run.
Reaper's low.
I'm gonna contest at the end.
I'm on it. I'm excited.
I'm done. I've got ulti. I played one comp and it was the same thing with a few times if you played a lot.
I'm dead.
Touch it. Wow.
It's fine. It's almost to the end.
No matter how hard I try, the teacher starts a B or a C. Wait.
Select your hero.
The bloom basically just tells you when it explodes and when it doesn't.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Hands up.
Just screw up. Never mind.
D.Va on us. Nice job. I'm asleep. Never mind, not anymore.
I dropped. Shield charging. Hanzo top tunnel.
And it's down. Shit. Ah, rip. I'm dead. How much I can do there?
Help.
Alright, I'm gonna go soldier now then.
They are trying.
Fight.
Muscle status, working on it.
Shut down.
Nice. Oh, we're still holding it. Rip. I didn't know that we were still holding it. Ooh. Hanzo's weak on point.
Point.
Shit.
Just give it up. You're not gonna hold it. Back up, Brandhart.
Yeah.
I was trying to contest, but... Message deleted. What happened?
D.Va online.
Thank you.
You actually take damage, Elf. Let me charge my ult on you.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Ooh.
Alright, got it.
Can do it.
Get over here and heal up.
I've got ulti.
You gotta take care of that Hanzo too. Shut down.
Cyrus. When she's out of her mech, I can pull my ulti. Just don't get too aggressive.
Just go.
Get over here and heal up.
Ooh, taking a lot of damage. She's out of her mech.
Stop.
I've got you in my sights. I've got you.
Thank you. They're behind us.
Hanzo's down. Help.
쏘죠. 고고고고고고. 비벼. Come here.
Hold. How many?
I don't quit till the fight's done.
I'm at 50 ulti. Shit, Hanzo got me. Hanzo's kicking my ass. Half asleep right now? Oh no. Well, Ascot's here. How's it going, Ascot?
Back.
Ah, shit, we're not gonna be able to take it.
Powered up.
Alright, now we just got 1 minute and a half to hold this. So we're going right?
It's going up to the platform.
Alright, so just top.
Rico, you can change healer.
We need.
I go May.
Hanzo behind us on the side, on the left side.
Still dropping.
Mission ain't
Yeah,
over.
we're getting picked off, guys.
Yeah, the Hanzo's just getting free.
Damn it.
Seconds remaining.
Come on. Got ulti.
I go May.
Get over here and heal up.
Careful.
아, 와, 이거 die, Genji. Please main.
I've got you in my sights.
Stall on point. Everyone stall on point right now. I have ult. If you guys can die on it.
Ah, Genji fucking GG.
Just keep stalling point.
Come on, I blinked that.
Genji. Ah, 나를 die? Ah,
We got a Genji. Man. Horrible. Alright, so this first match was actually pretty decent. There wasn't really a big, giant, glaring mistake staring at us. I just felt that it had to do with our composition near the end of the game. In the beginning of the game, we did alright as Tracer. We were able to get behind the lines and deal a decent amount of damage to be able to push the payload. However, when it came to the very last point, I ended up switching off from Tracer and going to, what was it, Soldier. And that was actually a pretty good switch because of the fact that Tracer doesn't do very well at the end of the payload. It's really hard to push it, unless of course you're trying to contest for overtime. But the thing is, I felt that we weren't able to get that many picks at the end. And that was because they had a really strong D.Va on their team. We didn't really have much to deal with the D.Va. And if you take a look at our composition, I just keep pushing tab. So if you take a look at our composition, we have a Reinhardt and a Zarya versus a Reinhardt and a D.Va. If you guys don't know, Zarya did get nerfed in the most recent patch. And I just feel like she isn't as strong as she used to be, especially with D.Va here around, because D.Va did have a huge buff, and a lot of the times she is a much stronger pick, especially with the Reinhardt, because it allows her to absorb a lot of the shots and make the Reinhardt shield last longer. Because if you think about it, they also have a Reinhardt, a Mei, and a D.Va, so that's pretty much 2.5 tanks, because Mei can block off a lot of the damage, and she's considered a lot of a CC. And they have a Zenyatta as well to get rid of our tanks, and this composition, or their composition, is much better than ours. Our Reaper did do a lot of damage, but the fact is that Reaper isn't really good against D.Va. She can absorb a lot of the hits, and a lot of the pellets that Reaper put onto D.Va get reduced by the damage because she has a lot of armor now, and it's kind of ridiculous on how little damage that he can do to D.Va. He did get a lot of kills though, but I felt like our composition could have been a little bit better. I should have switched off Tracer. Oh, I mean, I'm switching off the Tracer right now. Right, I'm going Soldier, I think. Yeah, I end up going Soldier. Soldier is a pretty good pick against everybody here, and probably something farther ranged instead of a flanker, especially at the very last point would have been good, because in flankers are typically not so great when you're trying to push the end of the payload, unless you're trying to contest, of course. So I felt like maybe something bigger damage hitting, possibly a Pharah or a Junkrat might have been okay. I mean, it's a little bit tough because D.Va can absorb a lot of those attacks, but I just felt like Reaper wasn't the best pick. We could have actually switched off from the Zarya once we were switching off the flankers, because Zarya wouldn't be able to ultimate with anybody, right? Wouldn't be able to get a good ultimate out of with any combination once we switched off. But maybe double hit scan would actually be pretty good, because I've been seeing a lot that people have been going Soldier and McCree, and it's really, really strong. Like, they can break down his shield really quickly, even if there's no Junkrat or a Pharah, because of the fact that it's just pure hit scan. You could just aim at the shield and just break it down super quickly. The way that D.Va just absorbs all the damage like this, like look at that, and you can just block off with the Mei Ice Wall. It's kind of ridiculous, and then D.Va just fights back and just gets protected. So I feel like we just needed something a little bit more harder hitting, and yeah, maybe just a different type of heroes or combination would have been a lot better. So that's probably why we weren't able to push the very end, and it could have been actually another problem for us on defense as well. So on defense, we did alright as Widowmaker. We could have done a lot better. Definitely could have done a lot better. We weren't getting as many picks as we should have, but I think that the fact that this D.Va was really annoying the crap out of us, like literally she was jumping on us and putting us out of position, and we weren't able to get any picks off with our Roadhog. The Roadhog wasn't able to get any hooks off. We were actually pushed off the top right away by the D.Va. I felt that the Roadhog I'm not trying to put the blame on anybody, of course, but the Roadhog should have been able to hook the D.Va a little bit more early and then get those early picks. And then we would have been able to hold the top very easily and not have that much trouble. So that was a little bit of a mistake by both of us. I wasn't getting a lot of the picks. Like I was missing a couple of my shots. Did end up getting that Ana, but by this point, it was pretty much past the point where we could hold the top level. So we had to push down quite early. And at this point, I realized that Widowmaker probably wasn't doing very well. And so I had to switch off. And I ended up going Soldier? I ended up going Soldier. Yeah, I ended up going Soldier, as usual. He's a pretty good pick. He's a pretty good default pick to choose whenever you're having trouble. Just because of the fact that he does a lot of damage. And you can support the team at the same time. And also escape. So... Alright, so we're moving ahead to where we were holding this choke point right here. I felt that the D.Va did a lot of the damage on their team because the D.Va is really never out of her mech. She was getting healed most of the time. She had a lot of bubbles, and the one thing about these games that I noticed is that D.Va is really, really strong. She's pretty much one of the strongest picks when it comes to tanks, and she was never out of her suit. And it kind of denied me using my ultimate because of the fact that if you pop your ultimate, the D.Va can literally absorb the entire thing. And she stops the enemy team from popping her ultimates. So the main reason why this is important is because I felt like I was holding on to my ultimate just because of the fact that D.Va was in her mech. One reason that one way that we can actually get her out of a mech is actually by going Mei. Mei is a very strong pick versus D.Va because you can honestly freeze her and then make her, just die pretty quickly, and she can't deflect any of the defense matrix or use her defense matrix to deflect any of the attacks. And thus, when she's out of her mech, you can freely just use your ultimate. I think that's why Mei is a really strong pick nowadays, and people aren't really using her as well as we should. And yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why we didn't do so well. I could have switched off. I could have gone Mei myself, and actually I was pretty aggressive with my ultimate here. I could have stayed up on top. Definitely should have done that instead. But we ended up being able to hold this point for a little bit longer. I think it would have been actually an easier time for us if we held at the top instead of jumping down. So I was a little bit aggressive with my ultimate. But look at this D.Va. D.Va's just running around, just causing hell for everybody. And well, she did get out of her mech here, but of course the ultimate ended up making us get out of position. So I feel like D.Va is kind of controlling the game nowadays. The only way to play, not the only way, but then I feel like the best way to play is to try to counter her. Because now all the time she's just the one who's really causing us a lot of trouble. And yeah, figuring out how to deal with her is probably going to allow us to win more games, I feel like. So I think Mei would be a really good pick. And or a double hit scan would be able to. Because basically, if you have a double hit scan, there's only so much that she can absorb. And then when she stops absorbing, then you can just get back onto her. And so this last point, people were trickling in. I felt that was a big problem for us. Let's see, what happened here? Yeah, we had 2 people run in. So this is where we were setting up. And I'm trying to get to the last point. I'm trying to contest and wait for it to come by. We should have actually just held here and made sure that everybody stayed alive for as long as possible. Yeah, this is very, very embarrassing. I ended up trying to deal with this soldier. I ended up having a super slow reaction and taking rockets to the face. But then yeah, this Reaper is still Reaper even on defense. So Reaper is okay on defense when it comes to tight chokes, but the thing is that the D.Va honestly is a really big counter to the Reaper. And look at that, the Reaper just ends up dying, and Reinhardt just ends up dying. And so we were just super split up. We definitely should have been holding this choke point in the very front, sticking together as a team, not running in one by one. And that was our biggest problem. I'm trickling in and just dying, making it an uneven fight for the rest of the match. And they were able to just pretty much push in and just take us out. So now we're just down, and like it was really hard to hold at the very end. And I ended up going Tracer and trying to hold it as much as I can, but yeah, they just steamrolled us at the very end. So I felt that overall, team composition against the D.Va was something that we should have worked on. The D.Va on the other team was really good, able to hold us back pretty well. And not only that, trickling in one by one and trying to be super aggressive, which is another common thing which I talked about during the first and second matches. Being over aggressive is really, really, really bad. And on attack, they had a Zenyatta, and I feel like Zenyatta is really strong nowadays because of the fact that his Discord orb can get D.Va out of her mech a lot more quickly. You know, if you have a Discord orb on her, then pretty much anybody can nuke her down and get her out of her suit as fast as possible. And since everything is revolved around D.Va nowadays, if you get her out of her suit, whoever keeps the D.Va out of her suit the longest is probably going to be the one who wins. And yeah, so I feel like Zenyatta is a really good counter to her nowadays. And yeah, just team composition and just being super aggressive is pretty much what lost us our game. It wasn't really like super obvious like it was in the first 2 matches where everybody was going crazy. But yeah, I felt like those 2 were the biggest aspects of this game. But anyways, yeah, that's enough of the first one. I'm going to move on to match 4. It's super close, you know.
Select your hero.
Dark Tracer.
Yo.
Like honestly, when we got the second point, we all should have grouped up together. Basically, when I was up top, we should have been holding around that area.
Tanks. Is this gonna happen?
And because they were trickling in, we were able to, or they were able to just run us over.
Falling the gate. Yeah. You just have to bait out the wall.
McCree, Soldier.
Say fuck the wall and just run past them. That's true.
They got a junk rat.
Alright, I'm gonna amp. Speed.
Okay, I guess running onto the point.
One in.
Never mind.
Get stabilized.
D.Va. Come on, dude.
Turret's down. Shit.
Mission ain't over yet.
Mission ain't over yet.
Yeah, or big jump rat. Yeah, that turret being behind that rock. That's what
Anyone need some healing?
they're not doing anything to hold the wall though.
Still dropping.
Trap on the right.
Let's go. Let's go.
Speedy. 76 top left.
Still there.
Can't get it to the turret.
You need to kill that junk rat.
Enemy turret.
Oh shit.
Into the building on the right.
Down. Got ulti. It's like a cafe but for playing games. Yeah, they have some up here in America. Internet cafes.
This old dog.
They're just called PC banks.
Tricks.
Got some charge, D.Va.
My ultimate is charging.
Still dropping.
Can we go?
Yeah, go right, go right.
Get in there.
Shit's off.
Do this. Jump rat.
Is Zarya sweet?
They got some behind us.
They have res still, I think. Oh no, wait, never mind, they don't have res.
Shoot down, shoot down.
Popping heals. Careful. Oh, come.
Okay, stop. Just Zarya on the plan. Zarya's in. I volt.
I've got you in my sights.
Yeah.
I've got you in my sights.
Nano soldier boosting. Very bad.
Nano boost almost ready.
Pop it all.
60 seconds remaining.
Check me out. Securing the point.
Oh shit.
My ultimate is ready.
I'm just on plan.
Goddamn. Okay, who are the best DP heroes so far? Soldier. Soldier's the best DPS hero right now.
Also, that turret's back up.
Definitely the best DPS hero.
30 seconds remaining.
Get on the attack. Tracer here.
Get in there.
Lol.
76 top.
Yeah, nothing.
We were able to push him the first time, but I don't know how we didn't get it after we killed 4 people. Oh, because of the res, I guess. Res.
0. Switching sides.
Who was the worst DPS hero? I would say Sombra. Right now.
Select your
Okay, I guess he's playing main. I think.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective
Get you on dropping.
Where was the ice walls?
They're taking the objective. Concentrate our defense.
Oh my gosh. Like literally no my ice walls? Class.
0 to 1.
There was literally no single ice wall that went up.
Defeat.
Alright, so that was match 4 for you. It was really short and we ended up losing pretty hardcore. But I do honestly feel that I had to do with the same reasons that we lost the game 3. And that was because of composition. Composition is really important, especially when you're trying to run 3 tanks, because when you try to run 3 tanks, you are lacking in a lot of DPS. Basically, I was the only damage on this team, and I was soldier, and we had 3 tanks, Reinhardt, Zarya, and also D.Va. But the reason why we weren't able to push forward was because we weren't really killing much of the enemy. And that was because we didn't have a Roadhog. Whenever you run 3 tanks, you always want to have a Roadhog. I honestly should have told them that pretty much Zarya should have switched off, because I'm not honestly, I'm not trying to blame anybody again. But Zarya did get nerfed. Her damage was reduced quite a bit. And if you want to run 3 tanks, you need somebody to make up for that damage. And Roadhog is the perfect pick for that, because he can hook people in. You can get free picks if, of course, you get the hooks. And honestly, if we had a Roadhog, I felt like we would have been able to kill a lot more people and push forward. And that multi-kill at the end that we got with Soldier, it would have been able to... if we had a Roadhog, I felt like we would have been able to push forward. We would have been able to finish them off and just push forward after that. When it comes to 3 tanks, you always want to have a Roadhog. You can't run 3 tanks without a Roadhog. It's one of the core aspects of that type of setup. Zarya honestly just doesn't have anything to, any damage to pick up for him. And if you want to pick Zarya, you normally want to use your ultimate to combo with somebody. And we didn't have anybody to combo with except for maybe a Reinhardt. But that is never always a guaranteed combination to wipe out the enemy team. Soldier would be okay, but like I said, you always want something bursty to deal with the Zarya ultimate, or to deal with the Zarya ultimate. And yeah, at this point, we were not able to kill anybody, and we just kept getting picked off, split up again as always. And yeah, the fact that we didn't have a Roadhog for 3 tanks was what didn't allow us to push through. So we ended up not even getting the first point and losing. So composition really does matter, especially in 3s. That's of 3 tanks. That's pretty much what I'm trying to hammer through. The main idea, whenever you go through tanks, have a Roadhog, always. So Roadhog, D.Va, and Reinhardt would probably be the best picks that I would choose when I run 3 tanks. Yeah, anyways, we're going to try to see what we can, or how bad we did on defense. So on defense, when it comes to composition, this composition is actually very strong. We have a Junkrat to deal a lot of the damage. We have Mei to wall off anybody if they try to come in when the Reinhardt shield is down. And we have a Zarya to kind of bubble and help the Sombra if she's trying to flank. And Sombra can hold down the health pack in many of the rooms, which is very useful because it allows them not to push forward. So overall, this was okay. It's a pretty strong composition, but we only have 1 healer. This is why I feel like we ended up dying. Sombra, people say that Sombra is kind of like an off healer because of the fact that she can provide health packs, which is kind of true, but she's not considered really an off healer. I felt like we do need a Mei, and either me or the Sombra should have switched off to go healer. But I felt like we were actually holding him off pretty well in the very beginning. But the fact that, if you guys didn't know, I was the one who wanted to play Mei because of the fact that I have a lot of experience playing Mei on this map. And there were actually no walls that came up this entire game. That was one of the main reasons why I felt that we lost. We were dealing a lot of damage as Junkrat, and when Milk got bubbled and he was backing off, a wall should have came up every single time. Because every time, the main reason why Mei is here is to support the Reinhardt tank when he is trying to charge his shield. When he's trying to charge his shield, the entire enemy or our entire team is pretty much vulnerable to any incoming attacks, and a Mei ice wall should be going up whenever that happens. So right here is when the Reinhardt is charging, and he ended up charging our Zarya. He ended up also knocking away our Mei, so the Mei wasn't able to put down the ice wall. And honestly, I felt that at least at this level, 1 or 2 ice walls should have been put up to block at least some incoming damage. If you do see that people say that Blank said, "What did I say? Mei is trolling." I honestly don't like to point fingers to say that people are trolling. I honestly don't know. Maybe the Mei didn't know how to play Mei. But at this level, I feel that if you don't know how to play a hero, you should honestly not be playing that hero. That's why I wanted to pick Mei, because Mei is a really, really strong defensive hero on this map. She's really able to put that Mei ice wall up and just protect our team while the Reinhardt is trying to charge his shield. And the fact that it didn't go down allowed them to push through. So that was it was a very one-sided match in my opinion. There are a lot of things that could have done better, and yeah, that's about it for this one. So team composition for 3 tanks in their first match, or the attack, was what determined our loss. Always want to have a Roadhog when you go 3 tanks, and when you're on defense, if you have a Mei, you always want to make sure that you put your Mei ice walls down. I do have a video of analysis and also a lot of gameplays of me doing Mei, and most of the time whenever I play Mei on defense when it comes to Hanamura, we're able to win it because of the fact that we can just hold them and deny them coming in. So yeah, that was pretty much it. That's going to be the short analysis when it comes to these 2 matches, 3 and 4. So we ended up losing a total of 4 so far. Let's see how much more we can lose, or if we're going to win the rest of the matches. Well, we'll see. I'll be doing the next matches when I have time. I'm probably going to be doing it tomorrow as well. But yeah, if you guys want, let me know what you guys think I could have done better as myself or as a team overall. Tell me what you guys think were the biggest glaring errors in these 2 games, so not only I but everybody else that are watching these videos can help themselves improve as well. You know, we're all here to help each other, and placement matches can be really, really irritating or frustrating sometimes, and we're all here to kind of, you know, make the process a little bit easier when it comes to placements. But yeah, that's gonna be about it. I just want to say thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.